up-to-the-minute news, and intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversations. 96.9 FM. The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the management and staff of Guardian Radio.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty, hosted by Earl the Pearl, on Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
Talking with Naughty and MJ is brought to you by Burger King, Fine Threads, John's Department Store, Island Luck, KFC, Muffler World, Prince Masters, and Tropical Gyros.
When she find out about you, boy, people on the next side of the ocean, they gon' hear the commotion, and you gon' need surgical operation when she finish with you. When Johnny Ma gone in town, before she leaves, she say, yeah, Johnny, watch the part, don't let it get too hot. But as she turn away, yeah, Johnny gon' go play and he gon' get...
Oh, no, I ain't gonna try to sing. Good afternoon, good day. This is Pearly. Welcome to another Talking Heads Thursday here on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. It is so good to be here with you today. Boy, those clouds building up out there. They building up out there. This rain are coming. But let us just sit back, chill. Let's have a conversation. Talk to me. And let's see how we can close out the week. And there's only one way you can do that.
Here's how you can become a talking head. Brought to you by BTC.
Easy peasy. 323-6232. That's 323-6232. 325-4316. 325-4316. Or 325-4259, 325-4259. Or you could always reach me toll-free from any island, 2423. That's 242-357-20. And, of course, I always welcome your texts, and I try to read as many as, if not all. And that's powered by BTC, 422-4796, 422-4796. Boy, interesting. Interesting things have been happening out there. And tomorrow's Labor Day. How many of you going on the march? How many of you going to watch the march? Well, I understand the march kind of anyways. We can talk on the headlines.
It's time for Headliners. Everything that's making headlines in the 242. Brought to you by the Fine Threads.
It's always good when you see great news in the headlines. Bahamas seeing record occupancy. Davis says Canadian businesses up 40%. Rawlins accuses government of trying to sneak in changes to permanent residency. Gas prices could increase, retailer says. And USTR proposal could impose a 12.5% export tariff on the Bahamas. Oh boy. Gas done ridiculous. With gas is $6.95. In the business section, PM calls for stronger regional solidarity, institutions amid global tensions. Oh, Pearly, come on. We must come in itself, willing to invest in itself. Davis, the global financial architecture was not designed for us. USTR proposal could impose 12.5% export tariff on the Bahamas, and I don't quite understand that one. But it's I don't know, saying with forced labor. NIB increases pensions and grants by 1.5% from July 1. That's good news. A couple more dollars for you. So, our hotel industry looks like it's doing okay. Oh, we got something else I got to read you. Join the Jeannie Dean Caring and Sharing Cancer Support Group for Hope Walks 2026, Saturday, June 13th at 6 a.m. at Goodman's Bay Park. Walk in honor of a survivor, in memory of a loved one, or simply to support those facing cancer today. Register now at gccancersupportgroup.com. That's gccancersupportgroup.com. It's supposed to be a wonderful occasion. There's supposed to be a very nice concert afterwards. There'll be food and stuff out there. So remember a loved one, remember a friend, remember someone and go walk with them. That's the Hope Walk, Saturday, June 13th at 6 a.m., beginning at Goodman's Bay. Be there. So, what's going on, everybody? Some interesting stuff going on out there. But we talked a little bit about the hotel industry, Bahamas seeing record occupancy, and it's mainly due, if I understand it correctly, because Canadian businesses more Canadians are coming to the Bahamas. Because, I'm hearing and seeing reports that Canadian tourism to the United States are going down, so they're finding other places to go, and we're benefiting from that. So that's not a bad thing at all. That's not a bad thing at all. So, as well, are they seeing an increase in occupancy? And it's expensive to stay at these hotels, so it must be nice. Must be nice. There was another big note here. NIB is not in crisis anymore, says director. The National Insurance Board performance is much better than predicted due to a change in the operations model and further cost-cutting measures, according to Dr. Tammy Francis, director of NIB. Now, that's interesting to find out, because there was talks that we're getting too old, that more of us are now dependent on NIB for pension, for other things, and that if we don't increase it, the payments that we make, that will be in problems in years to come. Now, Dr. Tammy Francis is saying we're not in that kind of issue no more, or we're doing a lot better. So during a press conference at the board's Blue Hill Road offices yesterday, Francis said the perilous state NIB found itself in under threat of becoming insolvent and collapsing, while not fully behind it, is being staved off. Francis said, at the moment, our performance is actually much better than predicted, while we may still have a slight difference in our contribution income versus our benefits. So I guess the picture she's painting is that NIB is not as bad as it was, because it was in a few years back. I remember talking to an actuary who was telling me that we're in problems, and if we don't start doing something soon, like increasing the payments that we make, that it may not be any money there for those of us who are not 65 yet. You could get your pension at 60, you get a percentage, or you can wait till 65. I'm waiting till 65 to get the full thing. So that is something that we need to be very, very cognizant of what's going on. I'm interested in seeing with Dr. Andre Rollins, the FNM member pilot for Long Island, accuses the government of trying to sneak in changes to permanent residency. Now it says here, Dr. Rollins yesterday accused the Davis administration of attempting to sneak in changes on the Bahamas Nationality Act without seeking to have a transparent debate on this issue. The amendments to the Bahamas Nationality Act would allow the Minister of Immigration to, for a $500 fee, grant permanent residency to people whose citizenship application have been denied. Now, hold on. Let me understand this. If we don't think you're good enough to have a Bahamian citizenship, we denying that for whatever reason, but we still can give you permanent residency for $500? $500? $500? Is that right? And I heard some people talk and say that's not how it go. I just need to know how it go. I need to understand this, because if a certain person applies for citizenship and doesn't get it, they can still get their permanent residency. And with that permanent residency is with the right to vote, with the right to work or not. That got me confused, and I need somebody to help clear that up for me. Caller, you are on the air. How are you this beautiful
What's going on?
overcast Thursday? Hey, good. What you saying?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I was listening to that last night too. But what they were saying, but that was the standard. Matter of fact, when they was denied citizenship, they was given them permanent residency for $50. Now they increased it to $500.
I know people who apply for permanent residency, didn't apply for citizenship, applied directly for permanent residency, and they ain't paying no $50.
Yeah, no, I talking about those who was denied citizenship.
So make me understand that you can't get citizenship.
That's what I heard last night when the lady was explaining to me. But probably somebody would probably explain to you more than what I'm trying to explain it to you about.
And I'm so sorry I did not listen to that, watch that thing last night, because I now regret it.
She broke it down and everything.
So you all right with that?
Yeah, man. If they was getting $50 for permanent residency, that was the standard procedure for under all administration.
Okay.
And now they got to pay $500. That's $450 more.
But let me understand this: you can't get citizenship, but you can get permanent residency.
Yeah,
so if we turn you down for citizenship,
that's a standard procedure. They said that was way back from inexistent.
So we just never practice it.
Yeah, that party that was going on for all administration.
Wow.
But somebody probably called and explained more to you.
Wow, that got me confused. Because I mean, if I look at it, is there are particular reasons why you turn somebody down for citizenship?
Yeah, because what it is, they either they don't have the proper the proper information correctly, or they just wasn't qualified. Either let's say for instance, in order for you to get a citizenship, I was told that you have to know certain questions about the Bahamas.
Oh yeah.
They failed to do that. They don't know it. So
but we still give you permanent residency, and you still don't know nothing.
They give them permanent residency because what it is, I think that the government trying to put them into the system whereby they can have an aware where they are, where they live, and the contribution to the public purse. But somebody call and explain it to you more than me.
I hope so.
That's what I got it.
No, I hear your point, but I understand the increase. Fine. I mean, I'm mad at the increase, but I still think it's too little to begin with.
That come under the Nationality Act.
Bahamas Nationality Act, yeah.
Right. Yes.
No, I understand all that, but my whole thing is, I just don't understand if you get turned down for citizenship, how you can get permanent residency? Because permanent residency is just one step below citizenship.
Yeah, Freddie, that was getting on it wild. I was shocked myself.
Wow. That blew me. That you just blow me out the wall. What the young people say? You just stand my head.
And somebody going to call in and explain it more to you.
I hope so. I do hope so, because I really would like some clarity on that.
Okay.
Thanks, my brother. I appreciate the call. I really do. I really would like for somebody to make me understand that. Now, Labor Day tomorrow. I understand that there's a Labor Day parade leaving from one spot and ending up at the PLP headquarters. I understand there's the second Labor Day parade and ending up on, I think, Arawak Key, if I'm correct. I understand both the PLP, the FNM is participating in the Labor Day parade. And my question is, how you gonna feel about that? Should we have political parties participating? I mean, they're doing it. Let's get that right. And they've been doing it for years, from years immemorial. They've been going on it. Should that be something we doing? Should we be having political parties march on Labor Day? I understand that. And what I'd like to see, if they do it, I'd like to see the leader of the opposition, the prime minister, and the leader of any other parties join with the leaders of the unions and hold hands with them, not literally, but hold hands with them and march with them in Bahamian colors. That's what I really would like to see one day. That we get the politics out of it and we just support labor for what it is. As the text here says, permanent, that's the focus. We are selling our country for nothing. That's where I'm trying to get them, Texter, because permanent residency is just one step below citizenship. And I think the only thing you can't get with permanent residency is the right to vote. But you can live, you can work, you can move freely, you can do everything. You're basically a permanent resident of the Bahamas. Now, I don't know. I need somebody to help me understand that. Giving permanent residency is far better than citizenship. Simply, they can't qualify. As long as they are never eligible for our citizenship, it's a good thing. $500 is a good fee. I hear you, Texter. I hear you loud and clear. I hear you loud and clear. And that's quite interesting. I don't know if I something about it don't fit right with Pearlie. I don't feel comfortable with it. And mind you, like the caller said, it is something that has been there for ever and ever. Excuse me, it's been there from ever and ever, and it was $50. Now they take it to $500. Okay, fine, I understand you're increasing the fee, but I take it to $1,000. I still trying to figure out if you cannot get citizenship and you're turned down, but we still can give you permanent residency. Make me understand how that works. I a little slow today. All right. I wish they invite the brightest immigrants, those who can. Okay. All right. Caller, you on there? How you doing?
Pleasant good evening, Purdy. How you doing?
I read this, Sparky. What you saying?
You know what I don't understand? Why we seem to be afraid to talk about some things that we all see every day in our country.
Okay.
When we talk about this work permit, residency, and all these things, whether we pay $500 or $2,000 or what.
Okay.
People come to our country. Most of them come for a better way of life because they hear our proximity to the United States, 80 miles from Florida to New Providence, about 80 miles. We got nothing but beautiful water around us, all kind of fish, all kind of things, making us one of the richest little countries in the Western Hemisphere, maybe in the world.
Okay.
Now, they want to live here and do everything, but when we come like things like Labor Day and our celebration of our independence and all that, do we see the Chinese marching with us on Labor Day? Do we see the Indians marching with us on Labor Day? Do we see the foreigners who we give work permits living in Laifiki? Do they come out and support the Bahamian people on Labor Day? The only people who see marching on Labor Day is the poor people on the southern side of the ridge that runs from Yamacraw to Laifiki. Anybody on the north side with all the beautiful properties from Eastwood, Yamacraw, East Bay Street, San Souci, Cable Beach, Laifiki, Old Fort Bay, Gambia, all of the people on the north side with all the pretty beaches and
I understand.
And everything.
Yeah.
They don't join us when we celebrate on the People's Day. That's supposed to be all the workers in the Bahamas Day. It's the people, the working people in the Bahamas. But there's the poor people getting drunk, with junkanoo, and dancing up, and then they talking PLP and after them. And who going to Christie Park, who going down to the fish fry. I don't call it Arawaki, because nobody's going to Arawaki. That's where the boats is coming. Fish fry and Western Esplanade is the day of the place. It's not Arawaki. Some going to Windsor Park, some going to
I understand.
Park, some going to the F&M headquarters, some going to the PLP headquarters. I guess some going out west to Sapadilla too.
Okay.
But why the foreigners don't join? They
That's a good.
There, but they don't want to take part in nothing.
Sparky, that's a good question to ask, and I would hope someone may call in and say why they don't do it. But I can't answer the question. I cannot. That's one of the better questions Sparky asks. Call you on the air. How you doing?
Hey, Pearlie.
Hey.
Oh, I couldn't wait to call you.
Why you couldn't wait to call me?
Listen to this.
I listen in.
Work permit is over $2,000.
I know work permit is plenty, but I wasn't sure.
Okay. Whether it's permanent resident, it's thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
So what garbage is this we trying to do? Give me the country?
That's the question. I'm asking this question because I don't understand it.
No, that's what Pete. Long as we got Louis George, the Haitian fella, Louis George, he's a Haitian.
Okay.
We got to get it in our head. He never seen nothing wrong with them talking foolishness around here all the time. You see? If we don't stand up, we're going to lose this country. You got Louis George and you got Fred Mitchell. Now, I want you to look at that 1 and 2 combination. They see nothing wrong with we getting overflowed with immigrants.
But some people feel that we don't have enough people in the country, and we need more people in the country. Some people feel that. I don't know if that's a legitimate argument to put out there. You know, I come into you right now, caller. Don't go nowhere. Let me read a couple of the texts. We should not text. We should not be trying to figure out about this PS thing, permanent tech. The government should explain everything that they are doing so that the Bahamian people can understand. What don't feel right is we no longer trust governments. I wish I could pay $500 to get my daughter permanent residency in America. I'll pay today. Okay. Good day. The alternative name of the Bahamas is Anything Buck Up Goes. That explains the PR thing, the Labor Day parades and everything that does make you scratch. Good for them, Pearlie. This is what they voted for. Don't feel sorry for them. And for those who stayed at home, hush your mouth and watch this Rogan ministry sell your land. I want but them, I want but me. I want but my family. Them said who decide to stay home, they got to pay their whatever that is. But I was concerned about who participated in the process. Pearlie, don't buy the hype. It was always in the Nationality Act, then they won't have to pass new legislation to make it valid. Absolute foolishness. I'll come back to these other two. Call you on there. How you doing?
Good day, Wally.
Yes, sir.
Wally.
I listening.
Go read the Constitution. They dealing with Section 7 of that Nationality Act.
Okay.
Section 4, 5, 6, and 9 of the Nationality Act is not good law because we had to have a referendum in order to have them as a part of that act. That is what happened on July 5th, 5 days before we got independence. Okay? You see what I'm saying? We were under the British Commonwealth.
Yeah.
And that's the trickery or chicanery to achieve a political and legal purpose. All you have to do is go and read it. Take your time.
Oh, I intend to. I intend to.
Now, do it.
I will.
You see, now, everybody talking about the amount. Yes, it is appropriate to say that because $500. They're bringing it down to them people in the ghetto region, $500. And when you compare that to all those thousands of dollars that they would have gotten from other people who, say, from Europe and all the rest of it, who would pay you those thousands of dollars, they bring it down to those people who didn't, and everybody calling with that fella name, Luby name, because most of them people ain't got thousands of dollars to pay. So, like someone said, for those who didn't vote and those who voted a certain kind of way to put them there for the next 5 years, this is what we have to deal with. So let's just go. Everybody go and read it. When we talk laws, we got to read. Ruby Nordich once said to me, Dennis, everybody should study the law.
Okay.
Read the law. You have to be a lawyer, you know.
I can read it. I'm going to read it.
Go and read the laws.
Okay.
And make yourself, what the Bible says, study and show thyself.
Yes.
Approved. So we just need to stop just talking and bickering and do what we have to do. But that Nationality Act is not good law. They don't want to address that part. We need to have a referendum to have it's a good thing to address the Nationality Act, and they ducking that.
Okay, my brother. Thank you. Appreciate you. We got to take a break now. Boy. Callers don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. We got to pay these bills. Take a quick break. This is Pearlie here on the Talking Heads Thursday on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. We'll be right back.
Listen to me now, watch this. When the tribes come rushing, I've got to go. Because they don't die, they multiply. They are the best, as we all know. And this time it's gonna be when place or show. You know what? Because they're giving us shotgun new. Yes, they know just what to do. They're doing it for me and you, yeah. Ah, boy, I love this music here.
Hope still lives in community. Join the Jenny Dean Caring and Sharing Cancer Support Group for the Hope Walk 2026 on Saturday, June 13th at 6 a.m. at Goodman's Bay. Walk alongside survivors, patients, caregivers, and families as we come together in support. Enjoy fellowship, vendors, activities, and our inspiring Hope concert immediately following the walk. Register at gdcancersupportgroup.com.
Turn a trip to Burger King Nassau into a galactic adventure with the Mondo and Grogu Whopper Combo, featuring special shake fries. Whether you're a bounty hunter in training or just here for your way, Burger King Nassau has everything Mandalorian and Grogu related you could want. Grab the toys, the mugs, the crowns, and your crew, and head on down to BK and celebrate the Mandalorian and Grogu adventure with Burger King Nassau. This is the way.
Closer. If you set people's seats on edge every time you step on the brakes, it's time you visit Muffler World on Mackey Street. They can take your brake rotors off, and if there's anything left, machine them shiny. Then their technicians will install new pads, and before you know it, you'll be able to stop without people calling social service on you. I know they're trying to hit my car. Children in the car. Muffler World can replace the whole package, including hoses, master cylinders, and more. For first-class brake work, stop by Muffler World on Mackey Street. Open Saturdays 8 till noon.
John Shoes and Accessories is your one-stop shop for all your footwear needs. You will find classic and trendy styles with new arrivals every week. John's covers the whole family and has great prices, helpful and friendly customer service. Your experience shopping with us will be time well spent. Shop with us online at www.johnshoes.com. John's also now carries small home appliances. So come on into John's, located on Rosetta Street in Palmdale and Carmichael Road West. John's, we put fashion at your feet.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty, hosted by Earl the Pearl. On Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
It's time for The Buzz. What are you buzzing on? Brought to you by John's Shoes.
Is this a party or what? This the big bad, sir. Take it out. Oh, yeah. Let's do it.
Oh yeah. Boy, listen, one thing with my Bahamian music, I love my Bahamian music. Let's read a couple of texts quick before we get to this caller. Demanding a higher payment on a bad policy. Oh, boy, what did I miss here? What do we? Demanding a higher payment on bad policies still leaves it a bad policy. We have a national security crisis with Haitian migration. What we need to begin reining in the number of Haitian nationals with work permits, the number entering the country illegally, and placing a moratorium on all status approval to Haitian nationals. This is a crisis. I don't know if it's... We do not need more poor people who can't afford indoor plumbing and have to live 20 to a house in irregular shanty towns. This is not a sensible migration policy anywhere in the world. So please stop these people saying we need more people. Pearly, those average voters sold us out for grilled chicken, rum, and a few dollars for this administration to give our country away. The little progress PLB government wants these Creole people to continue to vote for them, to keep them in power and in control of our beautiful country. It's a clever and wicked strategy for them. God help us. Call you on there. How you doing?
Good day, Mr. President, sir.
I'm a good, my brother. What's up?
That's wonderful. To your previous caller, I'm one of the individuals who stay at home, and I'm proud that I stay at home.
Why?
But
that's a good question. Why did you stay home?
I stay at home because I know I'm loyal to a particular party. I'm no specialist now, and I don't can't tell you what the reason why they lose. But I am not. If you want to listen in, you feel, and I think they felt.
So you would much rather see this government back in power to send a message to your party that you support?
I was not to answer that, but. But let me continue.
Go ahead, brother.
I watched a particular show yesterday, and they tried to normalize it. And you had a particular individual that was, I think his name is, well, he's a consultant. And I wonder how we, was a country that allowed $50. I understand you saying that. How can someone was denied from when they get permanent resident? I wouldn't know why in the world we allowed us $50. Something got to be wrong with that. Someone got to. I hope that when that person answers your question, they answer why in the world that was $50. I mean, wondering why we have this issue in this country now. If that $50 That's easy to get. And
No,
how
but
in the
it's been
world
increased. No, but it's increased from $50 to $500 now.
I know, but how in the world it was ever $50? What in the world is that?
Good point.
And I when I walk in a particular leading supermarket in this country, who gives those what you call it work permits for individuals to park? I don't understand that. But thank you, sir. I hope they answer your question and my question.
Well, you ain't answer mine, but that's all right. I got you, brother. Wow, that's the first person. Not that I've been speaking to a number of people who did not vote, but that's the first one say they proud they didn't vote, and say if you don't listen, you can feel. So I guess we all can feel. Call you on the air. How you doing?
Pretty good on.
I ready, brother. What you saying?
Listen, pretty. That's the trouble, you know, bro.
I listening.
They don't like take advice, bro. Understand? I said this guy from 1944 on Facebook telling people to stay out there for them business because people are saying they would need a change or something in the future, just the Lincoln deal or something like that. Because some of the new people in the party take over leadership and things. You know what I mean? If you can't accept information to help you, you understand? Why would you tell people to stay out there? You don't even know what the people vote or who the people is. You understand?
Yeah.
That old way of thinking.
Well, I hear that, and I think that kind of talk was directed to not to F&M supporters, but to the PLPs who getting in it, who only making sure we talk about that and not talking about politician number one and other things, and they want to keep that conversation going that way.
But in this particular case, the guy who said that I know him as to be a F&M, who mentioned that.
Okay.
Who mentioned the names of the people that they should put forward or whatever.
Oh, he was calling names that he wants to see pushed forward.
Yeah, the same brand new people like Lincoln Dale, the lady from Freeport, the people that they like people tired of the same old.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? And they need a fresh air, man.
You know
what I mean? And if you can't accept criticism, ain't nothing helping your body, bro. You pushing people away, bro.
No, I hear that point, you know, and I understand that, but I understand why the F&M decided to wait, you know, because you're in your feelings right now.
Yeah, you know, buddy, mind not waiting and things, right? But come on, man, stop living in your little glass house.
I agree.
Like you out west in one of them community, Albany or one of them, and people like me and other people, y'all don't like us. You understand what I say?
No, I understand what you're saying.
Right now, Pearly.
But it shouldn't be like that, and I don't think that person.
Shouldn't be like that, Pearly.
I don't think that person speak for the leadership of the party to begin with. I don't think that person.
He old. Well, 1944, he check his age on Facebook, and that's the problem with the country right now. Them old people got this country messed up.
Boy.
How they be voting?
Yeah, but the young people is the one who stay home when they vote.
That's why they staying on, because they saying ain't nothing can change, because these old people is staying their rhetoric.
But if you don't vote, ain't nothing change either.
And check this out, Pearly. Right? My little cousin, them saying guys, them who's on every PLP wide.
Okay.
You understand what I said?
Yeah.
They grow up in the PLP. All my family's PLP. They grow up in that.
Okay.
They can't even go home in their house if they don't go PLP.
I got you.
You understand? But where they for them torch bearers is?
Young people.
Why they ain't out there? Them same guys how all of you be light up for the PLP.
Nah, I in defense of the president, I know they had UB lit up as well. They were out there. I seen picture number. I'll send you the link.
All you see on social media was them same thing.
Okay.
That's all you see.
All right.
All right?
I hear you.
You need to do something with that.
Okay. Well, I'm sure they're listening and hearing your message.
Exactly.
Okay, brother.
All right.
Hold firm. Interesting. Calling out. You're on the air. How you doing? You all ain't got no patience for me yet. You see that, Mr. Producer? Call you on the air. How you doing?
Really, how are you today?
I'm all right, my brother.
You know, I ain't called for a while, but let me just say this, Pearly. Let's be real now. Michael Penta has lost 3 times in less than 2 years. Okay?
He's lost 1 general election and 2 by-elections.
I'm speaking about 2 by-elections.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
Okay? Lincoln Bain has lost 3 times or 4 times. Okay?
Dwayne
Sands has lost basically the same thing. So you're telling the Bahamian people, right? Not just F&M, the Bahamian people in general. There is nobody else that can lead the F&M. Didn't Hubert Ingram want a seat when they lost the general election? He resigned.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the difference with Michael Pentard? Why is it so important that he must stay on for another year? Basically a year, right? You know what's going to happen, Purdy?
I'm listening.
The FNM is going to lose more of their supporters because guess what? As long as this government that's in place right now have things rolling and people can make money, they're not concerned about politics like what Michael Pentard those things is going to be. And at the end of the day, lost 3 times. It's time for him to take a back seat and let someone else take challenge on. There's a lot of young persons in the FNM that can lead, as well as elder folks who have the experience.
First, hold on. You know, I hear you, and I hear where you coming from, right? And you coming as a man. Stop talking now. See, now don't insult my intelligence. Hold on a minute. Don't insult my intelligence now. Don't do that to me. You know what you coming on as. So let's be real. You ain't got to run from that, and I fine with that. I 100%.
Did I say anything out of the ordinary? Did I say anything pertaining to anything else than the truth?
I don't know if that's your truth.
No, but I'm a lot of young FNMs are saying the same thing. Listen to me. Firstly, I had 9 aunts, and 7 of them were FNMs.
Okay.
Right? Big FNM supporters.
Okay.
So I'm not saying it from a standpoint because I listen to them and they talk and all.
Okay.
Okay. Other persons can lead the FNM. Give some other young person.
But ain't nobody saying that ain't gonna happen, you know.
But listen, the Constitution.
But don't cut him. I want to hear him. The Constitution says what? Go ahead. Let me listen.
The Constitution of the FNM doesn't state that only the emeritus council members have a say in the FNM. Let's be real.
So where you get that from?
Look in the Constitution.
No, where you get to make that statement? No, hold on. Where you get to make that statement? What you saying? Because obviously you ain't read the Constitution. The Constitution says...
Okay, let me put it this way.
No, let me put it this way. Let me tell you the facts. The Constitution says that a convention must be held every 2 years in October at the discretion of the council, not the MCMs, the council, the party in the absence of a convention. So every branch, every association has a council rep. You have MCMs on the council, you have ACMs on the council, and you have leadership on the council, former like the ones who just run they on for 2 years. The council is made up of people from the party MCMs, not just the MCMs, and they make a decision when they should have convention. They're not saying they're not having a convention. They're saying, let us do a postmortem, let us look at why we lost, let's do an external, independent review and make a decision there. That brother ain't interested in staying on lead if they don't want him, you know.
Let me ask you a quick question, Bernie. Do you think if the Progressive Liberal Party continue on the trend that's going on now and come with some new ventures and some new things that for the general public, you think the FNM is going to recover after this?
We don't know that.
Hold on.
One thing I learned in politics in this country, anything can happen, and everything has happened.
I'm giving you a postmortem also.
No, you give me a PLP postmortem, which I don't have a problem with, you know. That's fine. That's your view. But let them have their postmortem. Let them review the party. Don't get your head all high and all about this. Worry about what your party getting done from what not getting done.
Well, what the PLP doing, so the PLP have a right to worry about what the FNM is doing. What's wrong with that? It's all politics.
Okay, I got you. I can go to another call. I appreciate you. Thank you, brother. Call you on the air. How you doing?
Hi, good day, Mr. Earl Thompson Jr. How are you?
Jesus, why you have to call my whole government name? My name already is Pearly. You just want everybody know you know me, right? Okay, what's happening?
Listen, Mr. Thompson, listen to that, right? Okay, you know anybody who in the FNM, who are the generals today, who want to see Mr. the Honorable Michael Pentard? You know that?
Say that again?
You hear me?
No, I didn't understand your question. Break it. Come again. Do I know any senior people in the body?
Anybody? Okay. You hearing the convention to replace Michael Pentard, right?
I'm hearing that from some people, yes.
Okay. You know anybody who was a general in the FNM? One. Name me one. Who want that to happen? Name me one.
I am not aware of any. I'm sure there are 1 or 2 who may want that to happen.
Yeah, but you don't know but none, right?
I don't personally know but any, no.
Okay, but Mr. Thompson, here's what, Pearly, this is what I can't understand. If you already win, my God, the PLP already win the government. What's behind this man for? He must be that powerful.
We need to talk about some other things, and since they don't want to talk about other things,
distraction, eh?
let's just talk about this, because I'm really interested in who's politician number one. I want conclusion.
Yeah. So don't come with no distraction talking about who what. Ain't nobody I know in the FNM, none of the generals who want Michael Pentad remote. Yeah, this is a distraction.
I will tell you this much.
If this the only thing, this the only thing they could use, that means, baby, something big happen otherwise, and they trying to distract you.
Well, maybe so, but I'll say this one thing. So, he is not jonesing Michael Pentad is not jonesing to be leader of the party, you know. He's considered an honor to lead that party, and if the postmortem comes out and all the studies come out and say that he's not the right person, he'll happily step down and still support the leadership, unlike some other people.
He is like that.
Unlike some other people who stepped away and tried to destroy them people's party.
I know him personally, just like I know you from used to be making noise and when you was Mussy too in St. Francis, right? That's why I could call you that with Jordan. You used to be the one right up on top of the old edifice. I know him from that time too.
Yes.
When he was very young.
Yes.
All right, that man, he ain't no power struck. If he was power struck, trust me, he would have won that election. But guess what? You do it the way God had it.
But
everything
is in God's time.
Gladly.
Everything is in God's time.
Yeah, but then they need to stay off this. But this a sidetrack. Because something big happen, I can tell you that.
Well, time can tell. Time can tell. Thanks for the call.
Thompson Jr., who used to be so rude in church when he was two. See you later.
Bye. They're talking all my business. How you doing?
Really well. Good afternoon. How are you doing?
I'm good. What's up?
This is what is called an information called information sharing, information seeking.
Okay.
Now, who is our commander-in-chief, Bahamas?
Well, right now it's the prime minister is considered, I guess, if you want to look at it, because we don't look at it the same way the way the Americans look at it, but we'll say Philip Davis.
Basically. All right, thanks. Now, have you ever heard any commander-in-chief subject to the airport, any airport, his own airport or a foreign airport?
No.
Okay. Well, because I had a discussion with some interment or some educators, professors, diplomats, etc. About a situation that I heard where a person was comparing what they did to what an employee or a security employee did, subjecting.
So you're talking about the young lady who was fired for searching the prime minister in Bimini. That's what you trying to beat around the bush, through the alley and come through the back door to talk about.
No. Because of the protocol that is the protocol and the immunity that is extended to the head of state, the commander in chief. It is said that person.
So you think you beating around the bush? Let me ask you. You think the young lady should have been fired? Then you agree with her being fired?
No, it's not my opinion, not my belief. In my discussion with the person, because of the point that were raised in terms of the commander in chief, whereas the security, the person should have known that is not the protocol extended.
Well, let me say this much. She did her job, but she was trained to do. She did her job, but she was trained to do. Now, I ain't blaming her. I blaming her bosses, and I blaming the senior police officer on the island, and I blaming protocols who should have come ahead of time. Should have come ahead of time and do what they were supposed to do, so that situation did not arise.
Okay, because
so some other people here should roll too. I don't think she should have lost her job. I think she could have been reprimanded. I think her supervisor should, if she lose her job, her supervisor should be fired because he should have been there to say, hey, this is not the right way to do it, and do it the proper way.
As it were, she was thrown under the bus, so to speak.
Yes, she was thrown under the bus. But I ran out of time and I got a bunch of calls.
Okay, no problem.
I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you. I try, but listen, I hate when young people who try to do the job, and maybe I don't know who she is, anything like that. But that's a thing. That's a person who has to pay their bills and price. So because she did that, you fired her. Boy, call you on there. How you doing?
Yes, good afternoon, Mr. Burley.
Yes, sir.
I'm calling as an objective observer, not as a political pundit. Why is it that? Answer me a question first, and then I'd like to have a comment to make.
Okay.
Has Michael Pintar done something egregious to this country? Why these people calling to shut him up?
Not to my knowledge.
Because it appears to me that anytime you have an individual or some people speaking out with truth or speaking out on behalf of the Bahamian citizens, like these people trying to shut you down, you can imagine the PLP people that calling. They want to advise the FNM about how to run their body. They have already won. Why don't they enjoy their victory?
Because
but as a concerned citizen,
I understand
the things that are happening in this country, let's don't not get sidetracked. As what we experience in this country, what we are seeing in this country, and what we have seen in this country within the last 5 years plus. We need to not lose focus on what's going on. Because the fact is they call these radio and try to change the view of the Bahamian people to focus on the FNM. We got bigger things happening. We need answers to certain things, other stuff that is happening in this country. And only people who, I don't know if they got sense or what, but you go down along this line, you bashing in the FNM, you bashing in Pintar, you all done win. So let's focus now on what's going on in this country and get some answers in this country. Thank you, son. I appreciate you.
Thank you, my brother. Thanks for your call. Call you on there. How you doing?
Hey, Pearly, what's up?
I in this corner, trying to stay out of trouble. People trying to get me in trouble, but I'm trying my best.
That's a good thing. To me, that these people that know politics never stop in the Bahamas.
No, it doesn't.
Never.
It doesn't.
Never stop. Same thing as he say. You see what Trump saying? Never stop. Politics never stop.
Yeah.
Anyhow, listen to me. One of my friends, he was talking. He's a FNM, you know. I was a swinging guy. I told him that. Listen to me. The FNM was going to lose the election. Now I didn't know they was going to lose that bad. To be honest with you, I was expecting the PLP probably between 25 to 28 seats, but not 33.
Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't really expecting that at all. And for some reason, I don't know, it's like the leader message wasn't resonating. On top of that, he changed his message because I think at first they was talking about we work for you and not the few.
Okay.
Correct?
Yeah.
Now he switched up now and say something about the SOS, what it is, save our sovereignty.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel what I think he did. I think he jumped on the COI bandwagon, you know. And I think that's where he started losing. That's where he started losing because you know Lincoln Bain was riding on this immigration for from time immemorial, and he was building plenty traction.
I don't know. I don't know if it was him jumping on any COI or they just saw something came up and they just decided to talk about that. It wasn't nothing to do with the COI.
Man,
We just saying because the COI had two subjects. I can give you $100,000. I can give you land, and I against the Haitian community. That's the COI's messaging. And because that's what they talked about it, because the FNM started to talk about it, people say they jump on the bandwagon. And the
FNM didn't need it on that from day one.
They were on it. They were on it.
Day one.
But because they were on it, nobody. Let me ask you a question. Because they were on it, nobody else should talk about it.
No. I ain't saying that. But then again, they wasn't as strong as the COI in terms of illegal immigrants.
Actually, to be honest with you, the FNM had a plan that I don't know if it resonated with the people Shield, which intends the COI did not. So the FNM had a plan that they put out there, and in the main plan they said, if you come to this country illegally, there's no pathway for you for getting citizenship.
And the COI
And that was, what if the COI said it? Does it mean that you're not supposed to talk about it because they talked about it?
No. I'm going back to my point. just whatever Pintard was saying just wasn't resonating with the people. I try and figure out why.
So my question to you, all right, so let me ask you this then. We say that, right? We had a bunch of people stay home. So you saying that people stayed home because the Pintard's message didn't resonate with them?
No, they did not.
So why didn't they just go and vote PLP? So that means the PLP message wasn't resonate with them either then.
The gentleman would call you a little while ago earlier to the show. You hear what he told you?
Oh, he's a PLP. He's a strong PLP.
Man,
That's his job. I know him. I know who he is. I know him. I know him.
Man, pretty man, don't say that on this.
I know him. I know him. And that's his job. He doing what he's supposed to do. And I don't have a problem with that. I'm fine with that. He's doing what he's supposed to do. My question to you is...
I'm not talking with the gentleman who was debating, you know.
My question to you
is... the lecturer who was on a little earlier.
Okay, my question to you is... My question to you is... If Pintard and the FNM's message didn't resonate with them people who stayed home, are you telling me the PLP message didn't resonate with them either? Because we're not just ignoring the fact that we people stayed home and we putting all that blame on the FNM. You saying there was FNMs who stayed home? We don't know what their party politics was.
Really, for some reason, the PLP just would get their people out. I don't know.
The PLP got their people out. We don't know how they do it. You ain't gonna. You don't know how they do it.
To be honest with you, I don't know how they do it.
I can say. I can spell it Money.
No man, I think so. Man.
But if you don't believe that, you more naive than I thought.
Listen to me. Rick Fox is the prime example, man.
Yeah, and they whatever he spend, they spend more.
You think so?
I ain't guessing that.
Man,
you been in Fort Charlotte? Have you been in Fort? Have you been in Fort Charlotte?
I got to do my. No, I'm talking about.
I'm just giving one example. I'm just giving one example in Fort Charlotte.
The
amount of money that was spent.
No, he outspent.
The amount of money that was spent all over this country.
Yeah.
A ton of money was spent. Not a little bit. A ton of money.
The PLP spent at least about close to $7 to $8 million.
Say what?
Easy. I think the PLP spent at least about $7 to $8 million easy.
In one constituency, you mean? Brother, you know what? I can leave that right there. Because if you believe they only spent $7 to $8 million, I get one bridge right cross from Fort Charlotte. I could sell you, I give you a good price on that bridge. A really good price, if you believe that. Call you on there. You got 30 seconds. They're running out of time. Go ahead, please.
Hi, this is my first time calling.
Okay, my love. I can be nice.
Is this an open topic?
Go ahead, baby. You can talk whatever you want to talk about.
Okay. Have anybody noticed when you go in the food store, you don't have no more of the Bahamian young boys them packing. You mostly have the women Haitian nationality packing now.
I've noticed that.
What happened to little young boys them packing now,
that's a good question to ask. Now, I full disclosure, I've gone into the food store in the middle of the day. So I know that the young boys aren't allowed to pack until after 3 o'clock. So I haven't really looked at what's happening on in the evenings and stuff like that, because when I semi-retire, I could go in the middle of the day. But I'm gonna do a little survey, a quiet survey, and let's talk about this again when I come back Monday. How that sound?
That sounds great, because my little grandboy was looking for a parking thing. I'm doing.
You say, how old is he?
He's 16.
You should check Kelly's out. Kelly's will give you little parking jobs there,
Okay.
That's what my two sons, that's what they worked when they were young.
Okay then. Thank you.
Okay, all right. Boy. That's it for the first hour. This has been Pearlie here on the Talking Heads Thursday on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Thank you so much for the calls. I'll read these couple of texts when we get back. But when we get back, we can talk a little bit of sports. Naughty, MJ, Stat Boy, I told you so. We'll be right back after the news.
A bold new flavor you'll love. Introducing the all-new Barbecue Rap Star. We're talking a juicy chicken breast filet, fried to golden crisp perfection, covered in sweet and smoky barbecue sauce, topped with cheese, then wrapped in a delicious toasted tortilla with flavor in every bite. Go spicy or keep it original. Either way, it's a star for a reason. The new Barbecue Rap Star is the star of the menu at KFC Nassau. Get yours today at any KFC Nassau location.
Refined style with elegant taste, then fine threads is your place. If you want those slacks hemmed or just taking the waist, then fine threads is your place. If you wanna look suave and debonair everywhere you go, like you're supposed to be in a video, wanna step out and look great, then fine threads is your place. Refined style with elegant taste, then fine threads is your place, is your place, is your place.
Hope still lives in community. Join the Jenny Dean Caring and Sharing Cancer Support Group for the Hope Walk 2026 on Saturday, June 13th at 6 a.m. at Goodman's Bay. Walk alongside survivors, patients, caregivers, and families as we come together in support. Enjoy fellowship, vendors, activities, and our inspiring Hope concert immediately following the walk. Register at gdcancersupportgroup.com.
Craving something bold, fresh, and unforgettable? Tropical Gyros is your flavor-packed escape, a Carib-Greek fusion born right here in Nassau. From juicy grilled salmon, chicken, and pork gyros to loaded bowls, fresh salads, wings, and more. There's something for every craving. Find Tropical Gyros at any of their locations, JFK Plaza, Rosetta Street, Port Lucaya Freeport, or their franchise spots, Soldier Road West, Delaport, and Carmichael Road. Tropical Gyros, not just good food, it's an experience.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty, hosted by Earl the Pearl. On Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
Talking Heads with Naughty and MJ is brought to you by Burger King, Fine Threads, John's Department Store, Island Luck, KFC, Muffler World, Prince Masters, and Tropical Gyros.
And welcome back to another Talking Heads Thursday Sports Edition. Oh, so good to talk some sports today. This is Pearly in the house, Guardian Radio 96.9. We're going to have Stat Boy who's going to join us in a minute. But let me get right into today in sports history before we get to Stat Boy. Today is Thursday, June 4th, 2026. On this day in 1927, the U.S. defeated Britain in the first Ryder Cup International Golf Championship. In 1940, Forbes Field hosted its first night game. The Pirates beat the Braves 14-2. In 1940, Sportsman Park hosted its first night game. It was the first National League to be played again at night. The Dodgers, my Dodgers, 1964, Sandy Koufax to his third career no-hitter, a Dodger. In 1968, another Dodger, Don Drysdale of the Los Angeles pitched his sixth consecutive shutout. In 1971, the Oakland A's beat the Washington Senators 5-3. The game took 21 innings. In 1974, the NFL granted the Seattle Seahawks a franchise. Also in 1974, Hank Aaron set a National League record when he hit his 16th career grand slam. In 1976, the Boston Celtics defeated Phoenix in triple overtime in Game 5 of the NBA Finals. The Celtics took the series on June 6. In 1980, Gordie Howe announced his retirement from hockey. In 1984, for the first time in 32 years, Arnold Palmer failed to make the cut for the U.S. Open golf tournament. In 1988, Steffi Graf won the French Open for the second straight year. In 1996, Eddie Murray hit his 535th double. He moved into the 18th on the all-time list, passing Lou Gehrig. In 1996, Patrick Roy of the Colorado Avalanche started in his 133rd consecutive playoff game. In 1997, Michael Irvin of the Dallas Cowboys, naughty Dallas Cowboys, announced that he was putting his NFL career on hold. Irvin later retracted his announcement and returned to the game. In 2000, Jay his reported his 19-year-old son Corey missing. His body was found on July 6, 2000. Boy. In 2000, Fred McGriff, Tampa Bay Devil Rays, got his 2000 career hit. And the sports quote of the day, we didn't want to weaken the rest of the league. Frank Lane, Milwaukee Brewers executive, and why he didn't make any off-season trades. That got to be it. That boy, what's happening?
What's going on, Earl of Pearl? How's it going, man?
It's going. I just want to get into the home front, and then you and I can talk. In 2 seconds, I got something special to say to you.
Oh, I already know.
Okay, so Team Bahamas to play at home. NBA players expected to suit up for the Bahamas. So it is saying the Bahamas senior men's national team will need the help of home crowd to advance to the second round of the 2027 FIFA International Basketball Federation Basketball World Cup American qualifiers. The national team will play its next 2 Group B games against Jamaica and Puerto Rico on Friday, July 3rd and Monday, July 6th, both at the Kendall Isaacs National Gymnasium in Newport. I shall be there.
I got to go.
Archer signs with Auburn. Yeah, we got to go to that. Long Island Regatta is on its way in Domingos to host high school softball events. Super. So before we get going, congratulations to Stat Boy. You graduated today from high school.
I appreciate you, man.
They're so proud of you, my brother.
Thank you very much. Thank the whole Guardian Radio. Thank my family, my friends, everybody, man. Thank you, Earl.
Great job, my brother. Great job, my brother. Great job. Congratulations. You made it.
I did.
Okay.
College next, though. It don't stop.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't stop. Stop. That's just one leg. There's another leg to go. So let's get right to it. I just can't wait. I was going to talk with some other things first, but I just can't wait.
Of course.
I told you so. And I usually don't say, I told you so.
Hey, this is game one.
Yes. Let's take one game at a time.
Okay. I mean, that's the same thing my friend said. We're pulling for the next one game at a time. But go ahead.
But I was impressed with Brunson. I keep saying this. This brother's gone through it. He was rejected. The Knicks picked him up. He came down. He's been battling every year in the playoffs and getting closer and closer and closer every year. And he's a warrior. What I saw last night, he is a warrior.
Absolutely.
But will they win game 2? Probably not. Can they win 2? Yes, they can. If they win game 2, then this one will be named over.
Yeah, I can't say that yet. I've seen teams come back from 2-0. We saw the Bucks do it in 2021. We saw the Heat do it in 2006 against the Mavericks. We saw LeBron and the Cavs come back from 3-1. But I would tend to agree with you based on the fact that the inexperience of the Spurs is starting to show right now. It showed in game 1. We'll have to see what game 2 brings for us on Friday night. But you were completely correct about the Knicks being battle-tested in years before compared to this being the first run years and in 12 years going back to the finals. And it showed.
Yeah.
It showed.
It sure did. And I've seen the Spurs lost and Wemby came back and was a beast. And he probably will do that. He probably come back and be a beast in game 2.
I think so.
And do some things. But if they buck the toe, they ain't getting the Abaco. They will become an Abaco for visit for real.
I mean, the thing is, both teams didn't play their best brand of basketball.
That's what's scary about it. The Knicks did not play his best, but neither did the Spurs.
Nor did the Spurs.
We'll have to really
see how it goes.
Yeah.
They both did not shoot great at all. Wemby was about 6 of 21. Yeah, he was 6 of 21. He finished with 26 points. I don't think bounds. He got to the free throw line a bunch. He hit those, but he was not going all night. I have to credit Mitchell Robinson and Cat for playing some physical defense on him. They were a little bit dirty. They had some fouls.
Oh, you really saying that? I was waiting on you to say that.
A little bit, but there was physicality on both sides.
I beginning to wonder if it's really OKC that was dirty. I beginning to wonder. I saw some stuff I saw last night. I'm like,
This is the finals, though, so I do respect the referees for not blowing the whistle as much.
Yeah.
Because you want to see these dudes duke it out. So that's why I got to credit New York for this first win, because let's face it, Brunson was 12 of 31. Did not shoot good. Obviously, he got hurt on that play when Harrison Barnes came in, tried to get a rebound, fell on his leg. But he came back, he toughed it out, changed up his shoes. And the thing with Brunson is he could be shooting terrible the entire game. Fourth quarter, 5 minutes or less, he's automatic.
Yes.
And I haven't seen something like this in a long minute. He's an absolute dog. He hit every big shot and made every big play the Knicks needed him to make late last night.
He did.
Which is why they pulled away to win the game. That's exactly why, because it was still close. The Knicks had gone up 8. Spurs went on a 9-0 run to answer. But to close the game completely out, it was Brunson doing his thing.
Yep.
Pat played some good ball last night for the Knicks. But overall, nobody really shot the ball well.
No,
and
they
a lot
didn't.
of people was like, oh, it's a defensive game and this and that. It was a bad shooting game from everybody. The Spurs didn't shoot their greatest. Champagny and Harper, they played good and they were efficient. But for the Spurs to win, Castle, Vassell, Wemby, of course, that's a given. Fox, those guys have to be on. They have to, and they just weren't. So game 2 will be the litmus test for me. If the Spurs lose game 2, oh boy.
It's gonna be a bad day. It's gonna be a bad day in the naughty house.
I mean, the thing is, this is their first run, and I'm not going to call it now.
Yeah.
I'm not making an excuse as to why they lose or if they're going to lose. I don't think they're going to lose, but this is their first run, and this is the experience that they need. Credit to you, Pearly, who said, yeah, they played Atlanta, Philly, Boston. They've lost to the Pacers twice. They've lost to the Heat. They've lost to these teams that were Eastern Conference champions and some champions. And that experience builds a team and builds the character. And now the Knicks, they went right into San Antonio and did what they had to do game 1. It's a start. There's 3 more to get. And the Spurs, they need to get 4 more. They need to flush it and come out with the right energy for game 2.
All right. Let's take this call. I'll call you on the air. How you doing?
Hey, Pearly, start boy.
Hey, what's up?
What's going on?
Start boy, y'all household in trouble, bro.
It's one game, bro. It's one game.
It's one game, but the De'Aaron Fox is who I thought he was. You understand?
And who did you think he was?
That's why I never wanted him on the Lakers.
I got you.
I never wanted him on the Lakers because he's come and go. He's come and go, man. And listen, he ain't do nothing yet. And he passed it. Wemby look like he's standing still like a statue.
Well, yeah, he did
one jerk and go straight past him, man. Straight to the rim.
I saw those blow-by drives. You have to watch Cat's little swim move on that too. But yeah, Cat with that burst of speed, it was crazy. I'd never seen him do it before.
It looked like he won the ball, and I never see him like asking for the ball and wanting the ball. This ain't Chet, you know.
Nope.
This ain't Chet.
Nope.
This ain't Wemby son no more. It's something totally different.
Lord.
Hey, and the thing is, they got hard on the team. Hard as the whole Lakers. They got them whole Lakers like Caruso. Them hard them on the team. You win a championship, bro.
Yeah, the dudes who LeBron them roll out to bring in the new regime. Now they ball with other teams.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So boy, y'all got a high mountain to climb because the Knicks ain't win nothing in years, and they look like they order.
They hungry.
Spurs ain't won in 12 years either now.
Yeah, but the Knicks ain't been in 50.
Yeah.
I know. It's a big
And
difference.
one more
I'm
thing.
just saying, but
One more thing, Brunson. You heard a story about this. Say when he was before he came into the NBA, he met Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Keep that in mind, eh?
Yeah.
Keep that mentality in mind.
Boy, he looked like he had that Mamba mentality last night, though.
Then.
Boy, he looked like he had that last night.
He did.
All right, guys. Have a good
brother.
weekend, man.
Thanks for calling.
All right, bro.
He sure did. Based on the win last night that the Knicks did, tickets to the Knicks game has gone up exponentially. $6,000 for the nosebleed seats.
Oh, when we last talked about it, was like 3,500.
Yeah, 6,000. No, it gets better. It gets better. $50,000 for courtside seats. $50,000 for court, and that stadium can be packed. And people can be outside.
They will, and only the celebrities going on the court side. Now, interestingly enough, too, President Trump is going to go to that Monday game 3, and we were just talking about it a little bit in the press box group chat. You think he sits courtside, or does he sit in one of them like boxes upstairs?
He probably go in the box upstairs.
I think he goes in the box.
Obama went and sat courtside. He may want to do that to show up, but it's too much for me. As far as I can say, it's too much of a distraction. He should be upstairs in one of them boxes.
Yeah, that's where he likely will be. Now, interestingly enough, Pearly, the last time he went to a major sporting championship aside UFC, which is, the one-on-one fights, like a team sporting championship, it was the Eagles and the Chiefs round 2 in the Super Bowl. And he went there and he was supporting the Chiefs. And, the team he supported got pummeled in that game.
So you think he's coming in to support New York Knicks?
So he Of course he is. If he's going to Madison Square Garden, he's going to go support the Knicks. He built his entire empire in New York before his political career. So he's definitely going to go support the Knicks.
So you're trying to say that the Knicks will get plummeted?
No, I'm saying it could potentially be a bad omen. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying the Knicks need to, just keep him as far away, and just he can support. But like you said, don't become a distraction and don't be a bad omen, because you supported one team and it didn't turn out too well. I'm not saying that's because of him, but I'm just saying that's what happened. But how the Knicks are playing, a lot of that is irrelevant. They're playing top-class basketball. We have to see how the Spurs will respond to being down 0-1. They responded well when the Wolves went up 1-0 on them. Granted, though, the Wolves got very injured in that series.
Yeah.
Brunson is a little nicked up. But as you can see, Brunson and Ant have similar heart to where they're going to play in this series. And the Knicks overall team, healthier and better than the Timberwolves team. Granted, they have Cat, the former Timberwolf. Mitchell Robinson is toughing it out through that hand injury. Shamet was money last night for the most part.
Yeah.
Hart is doing all the dirty work.
Yeah.
This team is looking very good. But these are the Spurs. And this Spurs team is young, hungry. And, there's that saying, when you're young and dumb, you don't know any better. That's why you could go and shock the world and do things. This Knicks team is battle-tested over the years, experience, and then you have a young team who just doesn't know any better than to go all out and attack and win games. So this is going to be very, very interesting, this game, too. I don't even know how to call it.
So what do you think has to happen? Let's take this caller first, and then we'll talk. Call you on there.
All right.
How you doing?
Hey, Pearly.
Hey, my brother.
Yeah, I called back, but I get cut. But I called to talk about the basketball anyhow. I go continue on with that another day because
all right.
We people be talking about PLPF for them. We ain't worrying about keeping our country. But I can leave that for another day.
All right, no problem.
The next thing with that basketball now, I know the game. I think the Knicks little more talent than them. Like you and your caller saying, they ain't got that. They got to play their perfect game. You know what I mean?
They got it goes back to what Stat Boy says. Castle and all these guys have to play better ball. You can't have one or two players carry the team. The whole team got to perform.
Right. If you're on the Knicks, are more superstar. What he named Tamanobi or whatever he named. He ain't had a bad game yet. He shoot that ball in the clutch. They got Bronson. They got what other one named Bridget. They got what one named Hardy.
Yeah, Hart. Yeah.
Right. Now compare the Spurs team to their team. Only got the tall fella. He only been in the league 2 years.
Okay.
What he named? And then you got Fox. Now Fox need to show up. He ain't show up couple of them games. Previously his games he ain't show up.
Well, this way you separate the men from the boys in the championship contenders.
So if you really look at it right now, I think the Knicks got the upper hand.
For now,
man for man.
It looks so.
Yeah. See,
what say you, Stat Boy?
The fellas who they got
right now,
mainly the Spurs got a lot of more rookies.
Yeah.
To compare
right now, as it stands, and we'll talk about this a little bit further. I would tend to agree, but talent for talent doesn't alone win you a championship. This is where coaching comes into play. Mike Brown's finals experience is coming into play in this game one. And Mitch Johnson, who's a rookie head coach, he's never been in this type of environment before. So coaching is another factor we got to really evaluate because that could be the deciding factor. Because I've seen great coaches take less talented teams to championships.
Yeah. I'll say this: you wear them on. You look and see where coming from man to man. Now I leave you with this. I know one thing where coaching come out to play a role in was when Cleveland blew that 22-point lead with under 8 minutes to go. I leave you with that.
And while you leave us at that, we will leave our listeners for a couple of seconds. We're going to take our first break. This is Pearly with Stat Boy, the graduate Stat Boy in the house. Young Guardian.
Struggling to find your financial rhythm? Make that move to Fidelity and let us help you orchestrate your financial goals into perfect harmony with free financial coaching sessions. Make that move today. Call 356-7764.
Fidelity.
We're good for you.
Hope still lives in community. Join the Jenny Dean Caring and Sharing Cancer Support Group for the Hope Walk 2026 on Saturday, June 13th at 6 a.m. at Goodman's Bay. Walk alongside survivors, patients, caregivers, and families as we come together in support. Enjoy fellowship, vendors, activities, and our inspiring Hope concert immediately following the walk. Register at gdcancersupportgroup.com.
KFC has a bold new flavor you'll love. Introducing the all-new barbecue Rap Star. We're talking a juicy chicken breast filet, fried to golden crisp perfection, covered in sweet and smoky barbecue sauce, topped with cheese, then wrapped in a delicious toasted tortilla with flavor in every bite. Go spicy or keep it original. Either way, it's a star for a reason. The new barbecue Rap Star is the star of the menu at KFC Nassau. Get yours today at any KFC Nassau location.
Your next win is waiting right now at islandluck.com. The quicker you sign up, the quicker you can play, the quicker you can score, and the quicker you can win big. From casino games to sportsbook action and lottery excitement, it's all just a few clicks away. Islandluck.com and get in the game instantly. Island Luck. Join the winner's circle now. Must be 18 and over. Island Luck reminds you that it's only a game, so please game responsibly.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty, hosted by Earl the Pearl. On Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
And welcome back to a Talking Heads Thursday here on Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM. Person say, hey, Pearly, I thought you was pulling for the Spurs. I diss up somebody last night on WhatsApp chat how you, Mary Jane, Starboy, Naughty, Muffro, and Mystery Dolphin was pulling for the Spurs.
Oh, boy.
No, my brother, I ain't pulling for nobody. I'm not pulling for anybody. I just looking at it as I see. I'm a Laker fan. That's what I pulled for. We are equally matched. Coach Mitch, just don't use all our players. Spurs in 5.
Does he not use all the players, or does he not use them right?
Well, maybe that's what you should be saying.
Because, I'm sorry, another thing, too, Harrison Barnes was getting second quarter playing time in game 1. Genuinely, what are we doing? Like, no.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
Well, I'm pulling for the Spurs in this series, and it was a figure of speech, and my mom's a Spurs. So
just double checking. I'm just making sure now.
I know. This is a temporary thing. This is a temporary
I hope so.
It's a temporary thing. But still, like, back to the point, like, Harrison Barnes hasn't been a consistent, even rotation player for at least 6 years. And he's getting... Come on, man. He's a step slower than he was 10 years ago with the Warriors. He doesn't have the same jumper that he did back in that 2015 series. I mean, I don't know, decisions like that.
So what, you think he should be playing earlier?
No, really, that's a DNP. That's a did not decision.
I got you.
With respect and manners, but it can't. Some of these decisions, like Cornette has to get going as well. He has to be better, but he's shown his value in that Thunder series. So Cornette just needs to keep playing his role, do what he does. He had a good shot block last night, disrupting the lob against, I think it was Cadu went up for the lob and he disrupted it.
Yeah,
but then when Mr. Robinson got it, he finished it.
You got to look at Barnes. Understand that the Spurs team is a young team, a very young team, who's somewhere where they've never been before. Barnes has been there. So I think him playing, bringing some of that leadership and that playoff experience, and I think that's why you're seeing him play a little more, because he's supposed to know how to respond to certain things. And I think, and I personally believe that you can lead from the bench, again, with manners and respect, because you being out there, you're not the same player you once were. You can be a good leader, but you still have to play the game. Seeing him out there, it confused me for a minute. But he was doing well, and he was doing well throughout the playoffs. Why all of a sudden now you ain't want him there?
No, but was he really getting like the playing time in the first 3 rounds that he's getting now, like this early? I can't really remember because those games over and I was watching the Lakers play. I watched us beat the Rockets and I watched us get swept, so I didn't get enough Spurs basketball until like the end of their Wolves series and their Thunder series, and I didn't see Harrison Barnes getting these early opportunities. He's a great leader, but play that Udonis Haslem role. Have on the sweatsuit. You come in either in a blowout or you're getting blown out, and you do what you do. Another thing the Spurs are going to have to do is force the ball out of Cat's hands early, because that's been the Knicks formula. Cat gets on the ball and he's the primary ball handler, and it spreads the defense completely out because he can shoot and then he can drive. He gets a favorable one-on-one, and then even on Wembanyama, he can drive by him, as proved last night. Get to the rim, finish. Is so tough to beat this Knicks offense. And then Brunson's going to kill you late.
Yeah.
And that's just how they do it. Exactly. You have Bridges can stretch the floor. You have Shamet can stretch the floor. Deuce McBride can stretch the floor. They're going to have to force those other guys out of the game too on a defensive level, because Cat and Brunson, they're going to get theirs. But when everybody else starts getting theirs too, to an extent, that's when you're in for it with the Knicks.
Yeah.
So that's what the Spurs have to do in Game 2 to get a W in the series.
Let me read this text. Good evening, you Chippingham Catholic. Behave now, because you, as a little boy, used to behave very bad. I heard what's going on in Lakers country. What's going on in Lakers country? Is LeBron on his way out? Yes. The Yankees win one day. Hurry, get well, Judd. And hello to Naughty One, and good luck to those Cowboys. That's interesting.
Solid.
That's very interesting.
What, you get bad behaved day?
The lady called in first hour and said I used to behave bad in St. Francis Church. I don't remember that. I always thought I was a good boy. Callie on there. How you doing?
Hey, Pearly and Stud Boy.
What's up, Mystery?
Mystery.
I heard that text just now. Listen, I don't have any horse in the race, right? But I did make a bold prediction. You remember my prediction?
We do, and you're wrong.
You said the Spurs are going to win, right?
In a sweep.
No, Stud Boy, what was my prediction?
No, his prediction was, if I remember correctly, and you could correct me, Mystery, but this is what I remember. You said that it didn't matter whether the Knicks, whoever they faced between the Spurs or the Thunder, they would lose and it would be a sweep. And that was the bold part, that it would be a sweep.
That's right. You're very right, Stud Boy. My prediction was whoever the Knicks meet, OKC or San Antonio, either one of them would have swept the Knicks. Now, I was wrong, but I see that little Jalen Brunson. Man, listen, I see this boy with true new lens now. And I mean, I really.
You never watch him in the past? You didn't watch him over the last couple of years?
I watch him. Yes, I've been watching him. I've been keeping up with him. But what I mean was last night, because listen, Wemby was all over this boy. This boy, he driving in the paint, and he don't care who behind him, in front of him, on the side of him. He going up.
Kobe Lake.
This boy is unbelievable.
Yeah. But he's been doing that, and this is when he shines in the playoffs. This is when he picks up his game, and this is when he starts to show you that he is one of the best guards in basketball.
He's definitely one of the best. He's definitely one of the best. I can say that without a doubt. I'll say this to you, and then I'll say something to Naughty in his absence. I know he's listening. That boy, listen. Treat Mama like it's Mother's Day, son.
Oh, I will.
Treat it like it's Mother's Day, and when you closing the doors, don't let it slam. Ease the door closed and leave them open.
Oh, boy.
Ease them open. Treat it like it's Mother's Day. Naughty. Treat wifey like it's your anniversary.
Oh, Lord.
All right? Until the next game. Until the next game.
That's tomorrow night, so we will be on best behavior.
Be on best behavior, because I know the tensions might be pretty high in that house.
Yeah.
When I watched it live with her, man, it was disappointing.
Oh, boy. She was really sad, eh?
All right,
my mom's seen winning basketball before, so she knows
Thanks for calling, Mystery.
My mom knows that a series isn't won or lost in one game, so she's seen the Spurs take finals losses and still win the series. So it's disappointing, but you have another opportunity. This is a beautiful thing about basketball. This isn't like football or soccer where it's one game, make or break. This is your life, do or die. No, you have a 7-game series to duel it out.
Yeah. And that's why they play 7 games, because you make adjustments, you make changes,
Exactly.
you do things which you have to do. So it's going to be interesting to see what adjustments the Spurs make.
Exactly.
And the Knicks will be like, whatever you bring, be ready for. I for some reason, and I have no scientific proof, just my gut telling me that the Knicks can win this championship.
I feel you. Sometimes you get a gut feeling about it.
And it's no, and like I said, I don't want MJ to be vexed with me. Love you, darling, but it's nothing against the Spurs personally. I just think for some reason this Knicks team got my attention. They really got my attention this year. And I've been watching them in the playoffs over the last few years, and they got my attention. They've battled, and I love how they battled. And it didn't not until we saw that story on ESPN today, where he talked about meeting Kobe and that Mamba mentality. I have newfound respect for Brunson. He's a Kobe disciple as far as I'm concerned.
I think the biggest thing about it is that now he's on the biggest stage and he's really making his name and making his fame. And with that game one, that goes a long way in it.
Yeah.
Because he got hurt in the game.
Yeah. I thought when he went down, I was like, that's it. It's over.
He had an ankle and he had a knee, and he came back twice and responded. And every clutch play the Knicks needed, there was never any doubt, and he delivered as he usually does in the East playoffs. But now it's in the finals.
When I saw him walk in the back, I said, oh, boy, this went over. All right.
I was saying the same thing because the Spurs were going on a run. I was like, oh, this game one is done. And then I'm like, oh, Brunson's back. Oh, boy.
But the Spurs went on a run, took I think, a 10-point lead, and then the Knicks battled back to cut it. And then the fourth quarter was all Brunson. All Brunson.
And to be honest with you, those are my favorite type of basketball games in recent basketball memory, because that game last night, points were at a premium, and every bucket was not only strategic and how we're going to attack the defense, it's will and it's want to. How bad do you want to score? How bad do you want to win? And last night, the Knicks wanted that win really bad, and they got it. Now the Spurs, they still want the series and they want this championship, so you have to respond. You get punched in your mouth sometimes, that's okay.
So who wants it bad enough, huh?
Yeah.
Who really wants it? Who's going to battle? Who's going to fight to get it?
Exactly. Like, who's going to put everything on the line in this series to get this championship and get this win?
So I saw some disappointing news. That I'm switching over to NFL right now. Sorry.
It's all good.
That and I can call his name because Naughty don't. I see Micah Parsons. It has some little delays in his recovery, and he's not going to be back probably to practice until the middle or end of October.
Oh boy. That's unfortunate. Packers defense has taken a blow pretty much for a bulk of their season.
Yeah.
So that's rough for them.
Yeah, it is kind of rough, and
the linebacker formerly of Penn State.
Yeah. So I found that to be kind of interesting. When I saw that, I'm like, oh boy, that's not good for Green Bay.
No, it is not.
I
mean, they just shored up Christian Watson today, their receiver, 4 years, $110.5 million.
Yeah.
Him, Golden, and Jaden Reed, those are the wide receiver core. Obviously, they let Romeo Doubs go to New England. But the offense will have that team competitive, but defensively, it is talent in other areas. But Micah was really a huge presence on that team last year, and then he went down, and then the whole team kind of nosedived after that.
And I see that the Rams and Miles reworked their contract, 5 years, $204 million deal. So Garrett basically essentially making what he made with the Browns.
Oh boy, that team right there in the NFC. And I thought about it today, and I'm going to say it: Super Bowl appearance or bust.
Yeah.
The talent. You have an MVP who just won MVP. A 2-time Defensive Player of the Year who just won his second Defensive Player of the Year. And then you have who people would argue is a better player than both of them at Puka Nacua at wide receiver.
Yeah.
This is crazy. They got Trent McDuffie from the Chiefs, a star cornerback, lockdown corner, to shore up the cornerback position because that was the weakness they had last year. That's what Seattle attacked in the championship game.
Yes, they did.
They locked that in. This team, Aaron Williams, they have Higbee at the tight end. McVay's the head coach. This team right here, if they can't make a Super Bowl, I am calling it a bust. Simple as that.
And then the next news that's coming out there is the Donald coming back is heating up.
It has been. I wouldn't do it if I was him, but Sean McVay has spoken to Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald is seeing this team really, really, being a championship contender. Now he wants to come back. Or he's hinting at a comeback. I wouldn't say once, but
he's hinting at it. But they're saying that the comeback feels like a given after Myles Garrett trade. So it's going to be quite interesting to see.
I will say that Aaron Donald has stayed in impeccable shape, but staying in impeccable physical shape and football condition are two very different things.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
And he hasn't played in a while. And I respected why he retired. He got his championship. He's a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, arguably the greatest defensive lineman ever. I would go so far to say that he is, even though there's quite a heated debate, but he's the greatest in my generation, but he kept his health. He retired, he got his money, and he kept most of his health. So him wanting to come back is fully on him. I wouldn't. I've already done what I had to do, but if it's making him want to play that bad, if Aaron Donald can return to form at any point in that season and then go into the playoff run heated up, nobody should beat the Rams. Nobody.
When you get that fever.
Yeah, you right? Like, the greats always get that fever wanting to come. Like, they always want to, they never want to stop playing.
Yeah.
The most competitive of the most competitive.
We're gonna head out in a second. We're gonna get to we have an interesting final fit, a little longer than normal. Where Rich Eisen talks about what the Knicks has shown him in that game one. So I thought that would be kind of interesting to talk about. Let me see. We may have one more caller before we go, Mr. Producer. We got one more caller before we go. Caller, on the air. How you doing?
Early.
Hey.
Boy.
Yes, sir.
I hear you all talk about my Braves yet.
Well, I can try to say something right now before we go to the break. So give me 2 seconds. But what you want to say about your Braves?
We lost one series, bro.
So far?
One series so far.
So far. That's May.
One series, though.
Who you lost the series to?
And that was not in the Reds. I can't remember who that was. That was a little, like last week or something.
Okay.
But only one series we lost. That's all I know.
So you feeling very confident? You beat the Blue Jays last night, yeah, and you got them again tonight.
Our pitching is impeccable.
So far.
Impeccable.
So far.
If we don't get no injuries, we straight.
Straight to go well.
Right to the World Series and beat the Dodgers.
But see,
and NLCS.
You know, you used to be one of my favorite callers, but I can hang up on you.
I know, but now my Braves playing good now, so hey.
All right, brother. We can see what happens. All
right, start, boy.
All right, take care.
All right, bro.
Another thing I saw, the Golden Knights. I am impressed with them in hockey. They put something on the Hurricanes. They did not fold up on the Hurricanes. They held their confidence. It's gonna be an interesting game tonight, and that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna pick the hockey game tonight. The Hurricanes are 157 favorite at home. They're down 1-0. What say you?
I'm going to go with the Hurricanes in this one just because they have to respond. They're a class team. And that came back and won 5-4. So, hey, they're going to have to really... No, it was an extra time, but they had a comeback.
Yeah.
Forgive me.
Yeah, they did have a comeback.
They have to respond. They lost by a goal. They were controlling the game. I like the Hurricanes to even this up, but this could be a dangerous series for them. And this... They're only about 9 years old as a franchise. They were an expansion in 2018, and they've already been Stanley Cup champion.
Yeah.
Yes.
They have a good team. They have a really good team, and they have a team that has resilience. They don't give up.
Exactly.
And I've been impressed with them. I've watched pretty much them throughout the playoffs, and they're very aggressive.
The team that has your eye, yeah.
They got my eye, so we'll see what happens. Okay,
I'm going to go with the Hurricanes to even it up, though.
All right, and I'm going to go with the Knights to take it 2, and I think the Knights going to win this 4-1. Watch.
If they do win tonight, I'm with you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Starboy. Thanks for all the calls. Thanks for all the texts. Sorry I didn't get to read all the texts today. I will make that up to you another time. This has been Pearly, Starboy here on Talking Heads Thursday, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Enjoy your holiday tomorrow, because I know I will enjoy my holiday tomorrow, but please be safe out there. Take care, everybody.
Hope still lives in community. Join the Jenny Dean Caring and Sharing Cancer Support Group for the Hope Walk 2026 on Saturday, June 13th at 6 a.m. at Goodman's Bay. Walk alongside survivors, patients, caregivers, and families as we come together in support. Enjoy fellowship, vendors, activities, and our inspiring Hope concert immediately following the walk. Register at gdcancersupportgroup.com.
Craving something bold, fresh, and unforgettable? Tropical Gyros is your flavor-packed escape, a Carib-Greek fusion born right here in Nassau. From juicy grilled salmon, chicken, and pork gyros to loaded bowls, fresh salads, wings, and more. There's something for every craving. Find Tropical Gyros at any of their locations, JFK Plaza, Rosetta Street, Port Lucaya Freeport, or their franchise spots on Prince Charles Drive, Soldier Road West, Delaport, and Carmichael Road. Tropical Gyros, not just good food, it's an experience.
For fast, reliable, and impactful printing services, look no further. Let Printmasters bring your masterpiece to life. We stand by our quality products that is second to none. Our affordable pricing and friendly, efficient staff makes Printmasters the ultimate choice for all your printing needs. We can deliver any type of printing services, from to business cards. You name it, we can print it.
Let Printmasters bring your masterpiece to life.
Located in the Nassau Guardian Building, telephone 302-2361.
John Shoes and Accessories is your one-stop shop for all your footwear needs. You will find what you're looking for among the growing collection of classic and trendy styles with new arrivals every week. John's covers the whole family and has great prices, helpful and friendly customer service. Your experience shopping with us will be time well spent. Shop with us online at www.johnshoes.com. John's also now carries small home appliances. So come on into John's, located on Rosetta Street in Palmdale and Carmichael Road West. John's, we put fashion at your feet.
KFC has a bold new flavor you'll love. Introducing the all-new barbecue Rap Star. We're talking a juicy chicken breast filet, fried to golden crisp perfection, covered in sweet and smoky barbecue sauce, topped with cheese, then wrapped in a delicious toasted tortilla with flavor in every bite. Go spicy or keep it original. Either way, it's a star for a reason. The new barbecue Rap Star is the star of the menu at KFC Nassau. Get yours today at any KFC Nassau location.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty, hosted by Earl the Pearl. On Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
Every now and then. Today's show starts in the Wayback Machine of June 10th, 1994. Game 2 of the NBA Finals in Houston, Texas. Knicks versus the Houston Rockets, everybody.
Before the car chase?
Way back in the day, everybody. Yes, before the car chase.
A couple days, right?
This is when the Knicks showed up there. Patrick Ewing trying to take down Akeem Olajuwon, who had 25, 7, and 4 blocks. Patrick, though, he had a line of 16, 13, and 6 blocks. John Starks, he had 19 points and 9 assists.
Back when
look at him with Pat Riley. Look at full-on Armani. Full-on Gordon Gekko right there going on with Pat, head coach of the New York Knicks. Starks is 19, almost. Went point for point with Vernon Maxwell's 20.
And Max. Oh, man.
Why am I bringing this up today?
Yeah, Rich, why?
This was the last time the New York Knicks won an NBA Finals game on the road.
Oh.
That's how long ago it was. But wait. No. If you're wondering, the last time the Knicks started an NBA Finals game with the last time the New York Knicks went on the road in the NBA Finals for their first road game and won it, you have to go back to 1970 when Willis Reed in Game 3 of the 1970 NBA Finals, in the first road game for the Knicks in that series, right up the road at the Forum, he dropped 38 on Wilt. 38 for Willis Reed. That was the last time the Knicks won their first road game of an NBA Finals. Before last night. And you want to just say, when was the last time they started an NBA Finals on the road and won it?
Yeah, Rich, when was the last time?
1953. Woo. April 4th, 1953, when they beat George Mikan and the Minneapolis Lakers. Yes, kids, the Lakers used to come from Minneapolis, where there are lakes as opposed to here, where there's Toluca Lake and
Lake Balboa,
Silver Lake. Not many. There's not 1,000 lakes here in Los Angeles, but they kept the name
and the 5 titles.
This is why Knick fans are going out of their minds. 1994 was the last time they won an NBA Finals game on the road. 1970 was the last time they won in their first road game of an NBA Finals. 1954 was the last time, 53 was the last time they started an NBA Finals on the road and went up 1-0. Thank you. This is the last time that happened. And it sure didn't look like it was going to happen last night. Not when Jalen Brunson has Harrison Barnes thrown into his knee by Landry Shamet. If I was doing SportsCenter these days, I'd say I'm Landry Shamet every time he made a 3, and he's making them.
You can say it here. It's fine.
I'm Landry Shamet.
I'm Landry Shamet.
I'm Landry Shamet.
And Brunson goes into the locker room, and you're like, are we serious?
Yeah, it's like, come on.
Last time the Knicks took on the Spurs in the NBA Finals, 1999, the last time the Knicks made the NBA Finals, Patrick Ewing wasn't even healthy. We're going to deal with this? Then he turns an ankle. Luke Cornett steps on the ankle.
That was an accident.
I know that, but that's what happened. Doesn't matter if it's an accident or not. It's an ankle, which is what caused him to go out against the Pacers, and the Knicks went out against the Pacers last year. Didn't look like it was going to happen last night when the Spurs were up 14 in the third quarter. Didn't look that way when Champagnie was popping. Pop, pop. 15 points in the first half for Champagnie. On 5 of 6 threes, and he had 6 rebounds on top of it. Didn't look like it was happening at all. But then the second half hit, and the Knicks defense showed up, and all the Spurs did was score 40 points after halftime. And Jalen Brunson to the rescue once again. 30 points for number 11, 13 in the fourth quarter. And when the Spurs went on a 9-0 run to take the lead after having a 20-3 run in the first half, taking the lead at the end of the game, after the Knicks went silent from the field from about 5 and change to 2 and change to go, Brunson finally broke that up with a 3 in the corner. And the New York Knicks finished the game on an 11-0, and they win their first NBA Finals road game since the last time they won it in Texas. They went 0 for 3 in San Antonio back in 1999. And the Knicks move on to game 2, up 1-0. And their defense, as I mentioned, turned Victor Wembanyama into, wait for it, a free throw merchant. 12 of 13 from the free throw line, 6 of 21 from the floor. Karl Anthony Towns was going right at Wembanyama from jump. And, man, you would think the only thing that could have stopped Victor Wembanyama cold was some idiot running onto the court to try and take a selfie with him.
That was insane.
So that was game 1. Jalen Brunson has this knack, man, to just come up big. Arguably, at present, the most clutch player in the NBA. Last night, 13 of his game high 30 in the fourth quarter. How does he do it? What happens? This is what he said next to OG Anunoby, guy who already has a ring on the Knicks roster from his time in Toronto, who also played big in the third quarter to help lead the comeback. This is what Brunson had to say.
I think it starts with my confidence. It comes with my work ethic. But I think most importantly, knowing we're on the road and knowing my teammates have my back. I think that's the biggest thing in an environment like this. They trusted having me. They trusted having them. It's got us to this point. And so, I'm very thankful for them. Every single night we go out there together.
He's 3 wins away from having a statue. Kidding. And you could say, oh, my goodness, you're just overreacting or what have you.
They should build a statue.
Ooh, that's not an overreaction
What?
at all.
No, at all.
Rename the arena after him.
Unreal.
Well, that's a lot.
Unreal. Mike Brown can't believe his good fortune of coaching this guy. I'm sure deep down he's thinking this. Hit it.
Yeah, he's a gamer, man. He in the biggest moments, he shows up. And that's what MVPs are supposed to do. We put the ball in his hands. We said we were going to live and die with him. And he went and he got it done for us. And that's happened time after time after time after time. He did spots and he made plays.
Oh, by the way, he's not the only Brunson who came up with a big save. He's just the one who's suited up and on the floor. His dad, Rick, is an assistant, and everything was going circling the drain in the third quarter, and they're looking for fouls. They're looking for calls. By the way, there wasn't a single whistle in the first 6 minutes of the game, and then all of a sudden, Josh Hart's got foul trouble. Everybody's getting whistled for the Knicks. The Spurs are in the bonus with half of the quarter to go in the first half, and Brown said Rick Brunson told everyone to just quit crying.
Job of keeping my mind present in the game, and neither did our players. We were all bitching too much at the officials, and I'd say Rick Brunson was great. He told me to shut the hell up. Sorry, Mom. He told me to shut up, and or be quiet, and he told the rest of the team to be quiet and leave the officials alone. And it was great of him because we were all kind of losing our mind, and I did it. The rest of the guys did it, and it helped us put our energy elsewhere, especially in the second half.
Yeah, that's right. Energy on defense. We talked about Brunson's offense, right? How about this on defense? According to ESPN stats, Brunson, as the primary defender last night on the Spurs, as the primary defender, the Spurs were 1 of 14 from the floor and 0 for 8 from 3. He's playing both ends. Both ends. Karl Anthony Towns and Mitchell Robinson getting Victor Wembanyama to come up with a career high in turnovers of 6 and missed shots 15. The Knicks beat the Spurs in pink points last night, 50-42. Second chance points. The Knicks beat the Spurs last night, 23-14, and got the Spurs so out of sorts. Just 16 assists for San Antonio. That was their fewest in any game or regular season since 2022. Over 4 years have gone by since they last played a game with just 16 collective assists for the team. And that's how Wembanyama said tonight and was asked about what went wrong and what needs to go better for Game 2, said this.
It's almost not like I have anything to figure out. It's almost like I have to play normal, not even good. I just, it's like just doing the right things is enough. It's when we play bad, when I play bad, it's when we shoot ourselves in the foot. It's this is why I'm not worried. It's we're gonna be so much better. I'm gonna be so much better.
And I love this guy. As you know, we've been singing his praises for a week.